not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
The Vietnam War is when homeless vets became a problem. The Vietnam era has the highest percentage of homeless vets, with 47% of the entire homeless vet population. This high percentage is a product of controversial war that made many people up in arms. Vietnam was not a popular war among the public. Vietnam was born in the era of free love and peace, making soldiers seem like villains that destroyed villages and murdered children. Once these soldiers returned home, the public turned their heads because they were fighting for the wrong reasons. The public turned on these veterans. There are now 18-year-olds with unspeakable trauma, with alcohol and drugs being their only friend. They sought out drugs or alcohol to bury all the cruel stuff they have done to their platoon mates, or to escape unspeakable things they did while following the chain of command. Some of these soldiers wouldn't even put that they served in the army on their applications for new jobs. Others, upon returning home, were even spat on by the public. One quote that stuck out with me the most came from a Vietnam vet. He said, "Never say I can't, but say I can." When I went through Marine Corps boot camp, instructors pounded that in us. The last 4 letters of American are I can. Veterans coming home may suffer from PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder and have physical disabilities that don't allow them to work. But shouldn't this rely on the hands of the Veterans Affairs, the VA? Whether we know it or not, the VA has reduced the number of homeless vets by 70% since 2005, so they are trying to help their best they can. They provide health care to 100,000 homeless vets each year, and also providing services to 112,000. We honor the ones that have fallen in war, but there are more than just the ones who have died, the ones who are being forced out on the streets. We need to honor these men and women too. There are 100,000 to 200,000 homeless veterans on any given night. If you want to be a patriotic American and fly the flag high and free, why let the people who made that possible for you live out on the streets? 15% of the entire homeless population is veterans. Within that, 10% are African American or Hispanic. Between the ages of 31 to 50 makes up 40% of the homeless veterans population. The homeless veteran population is predominantly male, with 8% being female. With those shocking numbers, there are still 1.4 million vets out there that are on the brink of homelessness due to poverty, lack of networks, and poor living conditions. There's one organization out there that I know is doing it right. They are the Homeless Veterans Fellowship in Ogden, Utah. Their mission is, and I quote, "Like the aid stations that are placed strategically behind combat zones, the Homeless Veterans Fellowship stands poised to receive veterans who are wounded and hurting and who need support and treatment as they transition to their new and healthy role in our community." This organization was founded and administered by veterans. They offer personal counseling, which helps with drug rehabilitation and alcohol addiction. They also have a zero-tolerance policy on drugs and alcohol on the premises. The organization uses old houses that they renovated into apartment complexes. They can sleep 32 participants in the program. That is one weakness of the organization. They do not have enough housing to hold all the homeless vets in the area. The Twin Cities are trying to implement organizations like we saw in Utah. They are trying to get homeless veterans up on their feet and off the streets by 2015.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly